Episode 1142 opens with a heavy atmosphere on Egghead Island. The sky feels darker, the explosions in the background shake the ground, and tension is thick. We cut to Van Augur standing calmly, but with his gun pointed directly at Caribou. Caribou is panicking, his hands trembling. He tries to talk his way out, revealing that he has critical information about the ancient weapons, Poseidon and Pluton. He begs Augur to take him to Blackbeard, saying that the captain would definitely want to know this intel. Augur coldly listens, but his face shows he does not fully trust Caribou yet. Meanwhile, on another part of the island, chaos breaks loose as the Marines clash against the pacifistas. Their bubble shields easily block cannon fire, making the Marines desperate. Vice admirals argue among themselves about whether to stop the Buster Call or to prioritize killing Jewelry Bonnie, because now she has the command authority of the pacifistas. This puts her at the top of their kill list. And just when things seem hopeless for Bonnie, Vice Admiral Tosa attacks her, cornering her with his blade about to strike. Suddenly, a massive shadow falls from the sky. The ground shakes as Brogy lands with a thunderous crash, smashing Tosa away. Dorry follows right after. Standing beside him, the legendary giant warriors announce they're here to help the Straw Hats. And this gives Bonnie and the Marines a moment of shock. The camera cuts to Sanji running with Vegapunk in his arms. Vegapunk is bleeding, but smiling through the pain. He tells Sanji to protect Bonnie at all costs, because after what has happened today, her life will never be safe again. The moment turns tense as Saturn suddenly appears in his horrifying beast form. His long, spider-like legs drip venom and crush the ground with every step. The air around him feels cursed. Sanji yells for everyone to stay alert, but before they can react, Kizaru appears in a flash, stabbing Vegapunk through the chest. Sanji tries to get Vegapunk out of there, but before he can escape, Luffy arrives, grabbing Kizaru with one hand and Saturn by the face with the other. His expression is deadly serious. Luffy declares that they are not running away this time and begins using all his strength and bloodied hands to hold both of them down. At this exact moment, Vegapunk's pre-recorded message activates loudspeakers across the island. Turn on, and the broadcast begins. Hello, hello, test, world. Please respond. I am Dr. Vegapunk. The truth of this world will be revealed. Panic spreads across the island and around the globe as everyone realizes this is no ordinary message. This is where episode 1142 ends, leaving the viewers breathless and on edge. Now, episode 1143 kicks off with a world montage. The camera pans across multiple islands and kingdoms. We see people in Dressrosa, in Fuchsia, Village in Water 7, and even at the World Economy newspaper offices, everyone stops what they are doing to listen to the broadcast. The Revolutionary Army is gathered around as Dragon listens carefully, remembering the warning that time is running out. Meanwhile, in Mary Jaws, the five elders discuss the situation with Saturn through their telepathic link. They conclude that the signal is coming from Labophase and is being protected by the Frontier Dome. They begin debating if Vegapunk is actually dead or still alive somewhere, and preparing something much bigger. Back on Egghead, Luffy continues his desperate fight against Saturn and Kizaru. His Gear 5 form is shining bright, but Saturn shrugs off his attacks like nothing. Luffy unleashes Gomu. Gomu, no Dawn symbol, slamming both of them across the battlefield. But Saturn rises again, furious. He summons black lightning, and glowing summoning circles appear on the ground, signaling something terrifying. Then, in a chilling moment, Saturn begins calling the other elders to Egghead one by one. The island shakes under their power as the ominous music builds. The sky darkens. The Marines look horrified, and even the Straw Hats realize that the situation just went from bad to catastrophic. The entire world is waiting for Vegapunk's message that could flip history upside down. And that is how episodes 1143 set up one of the biggest moments in all of One Piece history. This is no longer just a rescue mission, it is survival itself. Chapter 1144 opens with a jaw-dropping double-page spread. The 5 elders stand in their awakened Zoan forms, towering like demonic gods over the battlefield. The panel almost feels like Oda is warning us. This is what true terror looks like. Saint Shepherd Jupiter rises from beneath the ground, his massive sandworm body twisting as debris flies everywhere. His enormous mouth opens wide enough to swallow entire buildings. Saint Topman Warcury stomps forward, his boar demon form radiating an aura of unstoppable rage. His 4 tusks gleam in the light as he charges like a living tank. Saint J. Garcia, Saturn's ox-spider hybrid body, crawls ominously, his many legs cracking the ground as he moves. Saint Marcus Mars soars high above, spreading his wings and raining down destruction from the sky. And Saint Ethan Baron, 45, Nusuro chills the entire scene with his skeletal horse form, each step leaving behind a trail of frost. Nusuro strikes first. His icy slash sweeps through the battlefield, freezing multiple pacifista units instantly. The once unstoppable weapons of the Marines now lie frozen and useless, a clear sign of just how overwhelming the Elders' power is. High above, Mars dives like a predator, aiming straight for the Frontier Dome. His attack is powerful enough to shake the entire island. The Frontier Dome's barrier holds, but only barely. Each strike weakens it further, and you can almost feel that it's just a matter of time before it collapses. Inside the lava phase, the tension between Zoro and Rob Lucci explodes into its final act. Lucci snarls and makes one last desperate attempt to take Zoro's sword, but Zoro is done playing around. Sanji's voice echoes, telling him to finish things quickly. Zoro smiles coldly and says something only a true swordsman would say before unleashing 3-sword style Kokoba Madara Gari. The attack is so fast and so devastating that Lucci has no chance to counter. He collapses unconscious, ending one of the most intense duels of the Egghead Arc. But there's no time to celebrate. Shepherd Jew. Peter senses an opportunity and bursts from the ground, aiming to swallow Luffy whole. The moment feels like slow motion. Luffy looks genuinely shocked. But before Jew Peter can finish his attack, the earth shakes. Dorry and Brogy, the legendary giant warriors of Elbaf, make their entrance. Their silhouettes tower over everyone as they raise their massive weapons, and with a single synchronized strike, they decapitate Jew Peter, saving Luffy at the last possible second. This moment is more than just a rescue. It feels like destiny. Dorry and Brogy laugh their iconic Elbaf laugh as they declare that the Age of the Giants has arrived once again. Their alliance with Luffy is now official, and the battlefield is no longer just Egghead Island. It feels like the first step toward Elbaf itself. The 5 elders are closing in, and the entire world is about to witness something that has been hidden for centuries. The sense of dread is almost unbearable as Oda perfectly balances hope and terror with every panel. Chapter 1144 is not just another chapter. It is the calm before the biggest storm in One Piece history. The 5 elders are no longer a shadowy council. They are monsters standing right in front of the Straw Hats. Zoro has finally defeated Lucci. Luffy has been saved in the most epic way possible. And Dorry and Brogy's return promises that Elbaf will play a massive role in what comes next. The Egghead Arc is heading toward its climax, and the next chapter could be the one that changes everything forever.